And I want to save 100 GOEs. So yeah, more Hollow Knight. Just I got some news. I got some good news and got some bad news. The good news is I don't need Rider anymore. I somehow managed to code and compile Hollow Knight mods, at least for the Legend C version we are playing right here, right now, with Visual Studio Code. It's a little bit of a mess. You have to compile the thing with some specific commands and everything. So it's not basically not really the IDE which provides right compiler than we do by ourselves. Which is the bad news. It was long ago that I did. It's been weeks. Then I last modded a little bit on the Bonfire mod on my special version. But I think I managed more and more to tweak out the continuous integration of the power creep, how I imagine it should actually be. There's just one reference point I use. And to have a full function regression you need two actually, but I just to be honest, I only focus on this one point because I want to model the function as good as possible to really fit the game, to fit the difficulty, and to make it pretty good, to make it a good experience. Another bad news is I still didn't upload any of the code yet. I think I once created kind of a branch or something, tried to push it, but I'm not sure if it went through. I think I just had a commit and not a push. I have to see how it works in Visual Studio Code. This is kind of creepingly weird because once I lost all my code by just switching branches because I didn't push something. It's kind of funny. I don't know how this works. Should actually work differently. It's kind of weird. But yeah, this time some good news. We play Hollow Knight again, and this time we will beat the Soul Tyrant. Let's go. And when we have defeated the Soul Tyrant, we basically are able to go to Godhome. Yeah, we are able to go to Godhome and defeat the Soul Tyrant there to get some exaltation. It's kind of the plan, right? This is what we want to do. Looking out of the windows. Am I running circles? Do I have to go some? to go downwards. Yeah, it's been weeks, man. But I will actually go more into playing. I think editing the last video was kind of a pain. It was fun as I actually started it, but as I knew it's kind of pretty long and heavy, I was kind of like, do I really want to do this? And I always did something else. There's one thing I really have to emphasize on myself to actually get more focus. And I often am at the point where I'm pretty much focused. Okay, it's fucking in the morning right now. It's morning. So that I really thought, whoa, now I got it, but as I once said, it's an ever-going process. It's infinite. It will never stop. It will never be fixed. It's not that you can push a batch on it and it's done. So people who tend to do something wrong will do it always, and they kinda hide from that they do, so pretend that they are not doing it, just to get actually to appear normal, right? It's not that I purposely just hide myself being permanently out of focus and being a terrible person who cannot finish anything. It is that I actually do it unconscious, especially to myself, and when I look at my statue from outside, I always look kinda distracted. Always. It's really weird. It's really weird. Like, I always look like I don't wanna be here. I'm not that heavy, but I look not really. And it's the thing, right? If you don't feel fulfilled, you actually always appear a little off to people. And fulfillment actually has several phases, but the most difficult one is the one where the whole game stops working and you have to start recording again. No, it's there again. Maybe I just make a real quick pause to fix that. So sorry for that. I think I had just some minor computer. Sometimes you have to actually flat it down and install everything again. I don't feel that much scared of it as I started to really working more into software engineering. I think, yeah, I can just pull off the system I want every time I want, and everything I don't want I just don't want, because, right? Like, when there's pretty old software you never used for decades, you should think about scrapping it, pushing it into nothingness. I don't know why after weeks I just jumped right into fight, but I guess. Why is he so fast? Dang it! I think I have to speed this up. I won't defeat him the first time. I think I know what I need to do when I want to hit these spikes. Oh shit. Sometimes I like the difficulty, but only if I play this game hardcore. Like, this is ridiculous. Whoa. I'm dead. And the game doesn't work anyways, so I either have to fix it, or this is the very shortest place ever. The shortest part of the game ever. It crashed. What the fuck? It really crashed for a moment. It's like crashed. Like, I didn't restart it, so it went through, but this lag was not a normal lag. This was a short crash. Maybe this is one more of the bad news. I didn't fix a few of these things still, I guess. I have to fix one thing. Since I edited the bingo UI, I can actually also get rid of it, but it's pretty good track of what I have done and what I still can do. But it's kind of making problems because I edited it up to a point where I, like for the geo count, I messed the geo count up. So as you have seen previous episodes, when I go into room and collect a bunch of geo, it won't add, it will just stay there until I transition to the next room. And then it adds to the total count of geo, and that's because I accidentally removed one UI update from the bingo UI, which actually replicates a specific hook where this UI update is, and gives it another total amount of geo ever collected, which is very often screwed up if you start the game more often. Or turn the mod on and off, like the death counter here. So, and it is actually, it would have been just in the same spot as the death and the hurt counters, and that would actually mess the UI pretty much. It's both holds information, so I don't know why I have still the death and hurt counter on, because it will update constantly and will stay updated when you go and restart the game, but not when you turn the mod on and off. And thus, I could actually, maybe there's even better versions of this death/hurt counter already, but there is one thing the library already told me to do, and tells me when I start this over to save these settings directly to the game objects, like to the game settings, so that the hurt counter, for instance, does not depend on the mod itself. So when I turn it on and off and start the game once with it on and once off, it may just retrieve the last value it had when it was on. There's also cheating. I can just turn it off and die a bunch of times and then turn it on again, and it just starts from the beginning. Not from the beginning itself, but from, you know. But oh fuck. I think this is not supposed to be a place where you go. laggy. I mean, if a game like Hollow Knight doesn't even work on my computer, I computer action. I think something about the graphic card already burned it, I think. Like the fans were going crazy and everything. And I knew that it's graphic cards from when I was editing the video. The moment I compiled it, it non-stop went crazy with the fans. So it was a fan of the graphics. Because when rendering the video, it's mostly the graphic cards which get searched. And with hurt, I really mean hurt, because whatever you do, however you use a specific device, it always hurts the device. You always use it, right? So usage is always like, it has stress, it gets used. It's like a spoon you use, someday you can look through it, right? I mean, if you pass the spoon over several thousands of generations, it will someday just be a ring on a stick and not a spoon anymore. Because it got used too much. I don't know, a spoon is not a very good example. A screwdriver. Like, you know, these cross screwdrivers, which are like a little, they always are a little like, they become tighter to the end. And someday the wings get so much fucked up that they won't screw anymore. They won't stick on the screw. I'll say this. They won't grab the screw really, and you just screw it like without screwing the screw. That's what I wanted to say. Yeah, I think I have to make a pause. I'm really sorry for this being laggy and I have to interrupt everything again. But this is kinda ridiculous. Nobody wants to see a laggy game and some guy just talking about screws and screwdrivers, so I have to figure out what's wrong with the computer. Maybe I have to restart it several hundred of times to just get rid of a bunch of fucking Bitcoin miners and whatever is on this. But best would be I just play on another PC. Just buy a new one, but that's kind of future music, because most of the time I handle the pain. I manage to get rid of it. So yeah, let's see. I will be back in a few seconds. High expectations. People always tell stories about expectation management. I fuck about it. I hate those words. I hate pragmatic thinking. I hate expectation management. I hate not getting things done, but I more hate if people just don't commit to the full solution. Which makes me kind of not an industry person, which I actually realize. But often I don't care. I hope that this will not lag this time. I reduced a lot of like processes which consume energy and everything, but I can't 100%ly promise that there won't be any more lag than the one which was just by the second, you know? Not a second. Yeah. But it looks much more fluid, which is good. I often just get lost here. Have to admit. So I'm totally on the wrong place, yeah? But I think I am able to get up there from here. It's just pain. But in the dream world we get all our health back, so it doesn't matter. The dream world. We even get our blue heart. Yeah, I just have some thoughts about expectation management, how much I don't like it. Because the word actually is just about how you actually manage to never get what you want. And how you actually live with that. I mean, acceptance is just a phase of realization. And most of the time of bad realizations. As we all just, I mean, come on, tell the truth, the word consists of more pain than good things. And to prevent that, you can't. Sometimes these things, these bubbles are indestructible. He does this. Ah! Oh, that's a good cheese. That's really good. I like it. Ah, I hate this, but I like the other thing. Ah, I hate this guy. Actually, he shoots me. I don't like him. It's not a good boss. It's a bad one. Yeah, I have a few things I may change because of how I managed this game to be. Oh, the lag comes back. Okay, I don't want to play anymore. It's expectation management, right? I don't manage to accept that I managed to not accept that this thing is lagging. Because it fucked me. It ran me down. Yeah, sometimes I sound like my brain was just taken off or something. I took too many drugs. This thing, right, in the morning, sometimes you get like fucked up. But I think I have to just try a little harder on it. As I said, I want to treat it a little bit more, maybe. So my reference point, the power creep up, may just will be increases from the number of levels. Just that I can level up just 1 or 2 times more on this and have the same effect than if I would be a few levels below. Because it gives me the freedom to just tweak up a little more of spell damage, because I think this is something really necessary when wanting to balance things up. because spells use soul, right? And you need soul to regenerate. So you often focus and you don't use spells, especially on bosses. Pretty much. So they have to do a bunch of damage. And because you mostly get nail upgrades and all this stuff, and even charms often just upgrade your nail damage again. Even upgrade how fast you can charge, for instance, like to get nail arts going on. Spells need more support to become a good like spellcaster thing. But you can't just totally neglect that the nail is one of the main weapons of the game. So, fuck! Why he's so fast? So you have to actually get away to make spells, even for the casual player, pretty useful, especially when getting more into the game, like Bonfire mod to upgrade to spell damage. That's my sorry, just someone called me, I think, this morning, and I thought maybe I just again missed some appointment or something. But I don't have anything in my calendar, so it shouldn't be anything important at all. I think I got a little bit more into the cycle, what to do when and everything. But sometimes just that's so mean. Dang it. Also, the first time I played Knight, I'm playing Knight Magic. Just trying once more. The Soul Tyrant. This part is all about just defeating the Soul Tyrant. Even if I do some pauses in between, because I hope I will make it this time. 14 hours just train trouble. Because they want you to be at the office and you just live far away and don't want to move. It's the thing, I mean, I personally myself alone, I could just prepare this place also for rent. But with this thing, by the way, if the heater turns off at night, you have to warm yourself because somehow it's get like a fridge or something. I don't see a good selling point in this. Also, it is more like a energy cost heating all the time, which is pretty much not good, especially with the Ukraine war right now, and not buying gas from Putin, our little friend. I mean, I also don't like that they just go into Ukraine and just literally just do some war with them. I don't still what's going on there. I don't consider that much as a war because I mean if there's an elephant and some ants, and the elephant is stomping on the ants, I mean, the elephant will never fear anything from the ants. He can say that, oh yeah, I lost a few military people there, like, lost a few good soldiers or something. Doesn't care. It's Putin. Why should he care about human lives, right? If it's just a few, and if it doesn't lower his regime, his power, he would ever pay the price. He wouldn't even scratch himself. He just posts like brainless twitters as every day. And then you think, yeah, that's what politics have become today. Even the communists, kind of communists, getting just fucked up. By social media and whatever. I mean, it's all about publicity, right? Of course, you can vote in Russia, right? And of course, it's kind of a thing that every Russian person is free to stay within the rules and stay there. Or just leave, right? From what I don't understand is why people actually try. Why they try to change an unchangeable thing. From what actually makes me angry is that such a thing can actually survive. Where everyone should be angry about, but it's like, come on, it ever survived, it will ever survive, because power makes people happy, and so they will do everything to protect us. It's like a law of nature, right? Even you can find it in nature. For animals, how they behave. They have some power. They will also just protect it. Even if it's bad for others. You can see it in ape tribes actually. They literally suppress others for their own wealth, and they don't stop, they just defend their strategy. They never think about stuff. Ah! So yeah, I will always be thinking. Resilience, I think the luck doesn't change. resilience. I think as long as he doesn't have the health bar, I can't even touch it. It's just for my own, like, retaining soul and everything. But at the end, it wasn't actually that much a thing. It was just the waiting phase which made me a bit fucked up. But can you speak again? Ooh. In my dreams, I could see it. The kingdom's salvation, the cure for the plague. The answer was in the soul that animates our bodies. But the king, why? He opposed everything I did. His jealousy, his madness. By standing against me, he robbed me of immortality. Now the king has and his kingdom are dead, but I will live forever. Ooh, you collected over 1,400 essence. Yeah. I mean, one could get much more paranoid if they just literally overslapped the food delivery guy. Just the ringing and like, I mean, my mobile is kind of always, it doesn't make noises so much as calling, so. But still, it's like crazy. How weird that was looking with this. Blue heart and blue mask and some already used normal ones. I wonder if you can still get something. Something like, oh, we can get vessel fragments. Oh yeah, still have to get some vessel fragments. I think mask shards are pretty much done. But I'm not sure. But then there should be still like 4 mask shards? Don't think so. A good part about this longer pause I did is that the game is running. I think it's just the start of this computer, or the game itself. They just have to run a while until it really gets more free. So I can leave this fucking bench now. It's crazy. I feel like I don't know how I should do this. Stockholm syndrome, actually. You know, when you get so much used to your to the people who kidnapped you, to the kidnappers, that you miss them when they are left, or you miss like when it's over. That's how I feel right now. I very often have this problem, actually. Like, I got so much used to my job right now that only from getting used to it, I feel comfortable to do it. I mean, I also got used to home office and everything. And only from getting used to it, I just can't imagine just, you know, not doing it anymore. And it's always like this for me. It's always like, oh, like a few months just working in and I'm already used to it. It's kind of crazy. It's people would think it's like a giving up attitude, right? Yeah, he gave up on just changing his life to a better, but I don't know. It's like I don't even have a choice. I just get used to it, and then it's like I just have to think about it. I just think to change it. I need I need to give me the opportunity again. This is kind of weird. Huh? Oh, I pressed the wrong button. When I see the ancient peasant here and everything, I really feel vibes for infinity. And who cares which job I have? I will never change. We're always the same. Eternity. I don't know why I kinda have this why I kinda feel attracted to old things, but I feel like it's old things attract me. Old civilizations and everything. Anyways, in the night, I guess. Or like in energy saving mode. Something like this. Oh, definitely try this now. Whoa. Whoa, fuck. was definitely trying this in the past. I can also do this. Custom touch. So the heater in the gym just was kind of off. They had to repair it. But I'm starting to do more training intermediate, because regularly we just have 2 times a week, and it's definitely not enough. Oh, fuck. Oh, I have to really get into this. Maybe I can shoot back his bombs or something. They just try out, because I mean, but I find out they're not. I don't think so. So I wonder if I can change my my charms to more optical, more optimal. So I wonder. This combo was kind of neat, but I always have to question if the moving is something mandatory here, and I think I will replace this one with the Sharp Shadow. I'm not sure if this will give me really more soul. Also have to see how much am I able to hit the broken vessel when get it with this thing. Does it actually do some damage? Because I think about fragile strength, and then I have to put other things off. I will come back here. I want to do something. I want to actually change some stuff. I wonder why I cannot overcharm though. But, I also don't want to get double damage. I wonder if Sharp Shadow is a slash. Right, if it counts as a slash, or its own instance, or it's spell damage, I don't know. Right. Whereas, yeah. Yeah, let's see how this works. Yeah, my slashes are definitely stronger than Sharp Shadow, so I may just not use Sharp Shadow until I defeated like the Ascended Nos in the God Hall. Be difficult. It's just me just fucking up. Ah, I need the movement to. Oh fuck. Okay. Okay, I fucked up. I have to change something back here. I cannot escape the bombs if I don't have the movement while charging. So I have to do the shit. I have to do the movement stuff. The focus move. The thing. Fortunately, I need this. Ah! Give it. I wonder if I get a good position to use certain spells, because spells sometimes are even slow. I'm not 100% sure I hit him with them. I wonder if I should use steady body though. It's a thing, right? Yeah, I think I will go for repairing my charm. And we can, let me just take a look where I have to go. Ah! I always push the wrong button here. I have to, like, the lag eater is in there. No. Is it? Fungal waste. So I have. Oh, there is one thing I didn't explore yet. In there's another boss I just remember. In Forgotten Crossroads. Yeah, let's go down Forgotten Crossroads, and then we may be able to fuck up this other boss. So we go from Dragon to Stonewards. The best plan ever. Okay, let's do this. Ah, I forgot the boss. It's here, right? No. Like, where is it? Ah! Revenge! Fucking. Ah! I forgot this. Ah! I'm really not awake right now. It's morning again, and I think I cannot. I'm not good at mornings. Kinda. Ah! Fucking things. Ah! I'm so bad. I can't even. What's this actually? Let me see. Ah, this thing. It teaches me to hold down, that's nice. How far am I in the game? Oh, that's even nicer. I can recharge myself. Something else up here. View. I don't know why, but the normal bosses are kinda weak. A mask shot. So there are more mask shots. I think when I collected the last one, I will just have a permanent mask with a mask shot, so connected. Permanent full. I think that's how it works, right? Compass is still fucked up. Okay. Nah. These guys. Oh, let's go to the City of Tears! Oh, city! There's a pilgrim way to the City of Tears. Got a lot of more dangers. And he got more hostile, you say? Everything got hostile. Why? So, fragile strength, yes. Very hard, yes, why not? Oh, I can, going into exploring mode. Oh no, wait, like this. Full explore mode. I don't know why I do this. I mean, Wait, is there anything I can go from here? I can go... I can go to the city, and from the city I go to the... What's the fastest way to do this? I think going to the right. Yeah, that's how it works, I see. One hitter. Gates closed. That's not where I need to go. Oh, I did take the... Oh, how did I do this? Magic. That's my abilities. Oh, wait, wait. What point was? I don't know if I missed the point where to... I don't see if that's all it's actually better. Half it was. Eat my runs. Strategy. Huh? Ah, I still have to change my my jumps. Well, I could try just feeding him with the setup, but I think at least I will do this. I wonder how it is with quick slash and long nail and everything. They're going full crazy. So okay, can it? Now I don't have to get hit that much, I guess. I'm not sure. I mean, the chance to land a critical hit is pretty much good, so... Ah! Ah, that's not easy. I don't know if I can live without the quick charge, to be honest. I think the quick focus is better than it. Is there something? No. You can put name as glory off. I mean, they stack together. So. It's weird. It's pretty scary to not have a health bar, actually. I mean, normally there is no health bar in this game, but yeah. Because I just got used to it, it's kind of... We need a way to block this. But I think I need a lot of stamina for this guy, so I need quick... pretty much need quick charge and the moving thing. The moving thing. Yeah, I think I have to change my charms drastically because I'm not used to this setup. Anyways. Why I die at the same time? He needs reflexes for this. Pretty much. Sometimes I do like just the opposite of optimal movement. I don't know. So let's see if I can defeat this guy now. Crazy. Or I could also try out something else. I don't know if I already defeated Ascended Soul. I think I didn't. In the Hall of Gods. I didn't do anything for glorification anyway, so can try it out and see if it actually works. Before we just stick on trying to unlock all the guys in the Hall of Gods. Basically. I think I wasn't able to defeat the Soul Tyrant. Yeah. I'm so much in already. The next time I have to learn the pattern again. And just, anyways, I think that went far too long, so it's a good idea to just first check it out if it really works. I wonder if I can enter the sewers from here pretty fast. Let me just check. Royal waterways. Yeah, I think that's good entries. Let me just check it in the map, in the bird map. Why does it say Royal Waterways and there's nothing? Switch. But somehow I should be able to get there. And this is actually the part where I want to be, so I can switch. So I have to do the white pedestal. I wonder if there is a good ending when we don't get the shades, like the shadow part. Because I'm not sure. Is this really what I think it's called, Royal Waterways? But it's not, right? It's just... Maybe there's a, maybe there's any kind of entrance there. There was something. Oh. No, I think I have to go to it's easy. It's faster to go to the range. Oh, I can go the tramway. Actually, it's also a way. I don't need this stack thing to the King Station or something. I can use this. Because from Kingdom Edge, there is one entrance to the Royal Waterways. Uh, Well, we found this was tier. Actually, the compass just get fucked up again. Don't know if this is really fast enough. But kind of, right? I mean, I hate this. Always distracts me too much to stay on track. That would be. I could put a teleport point here, right? Yes. I think I'm closer. At this bench, wherever it is. So I have to go, I think, I have to go down and then left. Am I right? Or am I too deep? It's a question. Would be nice if the compass would work, actually. And right. Okay. Why am I? That's a flip bomb, right? Yeah. So I have to go one more up, so stick to the left and try to find a way to the left. This one, okay, I guess. Huh? So you the way. I opened this thing, which is the Pantheon of the Master. Okay. Nice. Yeah, if I would finish the Pantheon of the Artists, I would be able to I would have something tuned, quote unquote, or have some. No, I don't remember where Hall of Gods is. I thought this is no, isn't it this one? Also, I don't remember where we have bench. Isn't there a bench somewhere? I fucked up the game. I don't know. Why it's loading so long? You just want to find a bench. Thanks. Anyways, there should be a bench somewhere up there. I think up here. Where is? There it is. Yeah, it is. Try getting some. All of God's terror. Ah, and now I have two tyrants. I should have done this exactly like this. So I just defeat the fucking Soul Tyrant again, and then go to the next one. Oh, he's fast. Why did I? I did so much damage to him. Ah, finally. Like with Bonfire mod, you have this regenerating soul all of the time, so you don't even need the white heart for it. It's kind of like ridiculously easy. See, do I have a tuned version of my thing now? But yeah, look it up when I'm on the bench. Go to the bench. Ascended Soul Tyrant. Oh, the Ascended one. Okay, and then we get like a better shaman. Oh, that's why I was that much after this guy. Okay, I see. Okay, I see. That's neat. That's pretty neat. Also, I don't know if he actually checked whether this one stacks to the bonfire mod or not. But it should actually do it just to be honest. The radiant pure version. What is this actually? The fuck? The pure vessel itself is even fucked up. Ah, oh, damn it. There's a bunch of cheap ones like Paintmaster Shio and all these guys. First Rose. And it deals spell damage instead of generic one, okay. 2.5 times nail damage as type spell damage. It's weird, but I guess one can do that. The thing is, I think to unlock these, I have to defeat a bunch of shit already. It's interesting that so much stuff get glorified at the same time by defeating them. Was it just randomly one of them? It's kind of weird. So we don't have anything to be ascended right now. To be the thing, but we can try out. We can go for the ascended version. I mean, okay, he does double damage. Is that all he does? Like, he doesn't seem that much stronger by this scan here. Okay, double damage is already enough for me to just don't wanna do it. But I have to. I want to try out if there's some glorification to the charms and what it actually does and how it actually affects the game. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh no. There's a few patterns I was always bad in fighting this guy. These are coming quickly here. Go just once more and then I rest. It's weird, it's a weird choice also, but I think I know the purpose of it, so that means like, when you actually do like boss rush was always that the boss is kind of which has to change. But sometimes a little more difficult to see it as assigned versions and all stuff damage and stuff. Wait. That's not easy. You just have to get calm, that's all. The whole game is about like just getting calm. So phase 1 and now phase 2. Fuck. Fuck. Oh. Oh shit. Oh shit! It was so close actually. That was so close. I think I can make it now. Yeah. That. Pow. I think this is also a good wrap up for the chapter here. This is part of Hollow Knight I'm playing for this session. Started with the fucking Soul Tyrant and ends with the Soul Tyrant. Ah! sometimes I can only hit them by get. It's like crazy. He's sometimes so much far away that you cannot just. It's like possible. And sometimes I'm always predictive. I know exactly where he will be, but it's like a certain rhythm you can have. If you don't have the rhythm, you won't get it. See, like that. Even when I got hit, actually I had at least kind of the rhythm how to always just hit him when he teleports. Just after, or just right while he's kind of teleporting away. Knowing exactly where he will become, where he will go, where he will end up. There's even a thing where you can still act responsible. Like it's not that much rapid. Fuck what I'm doing. See, there I didn't get it. Okay, I'm dead. It's already so much dead. Oh, I lost it. I lost it. That was so do. Oh, fuck, what's going on here? With an error in the matrix. It's not cut. It's exactly how the game thinks. Oh fuck. Exactly how dumb I'm being. Why am I so dumb? Because I'm stupid as shit. I think I will just forward like the whole game, and this part will be just 20 minutes and the rest just either cut or just very quickly going through. I think the 2.5 I will bring it up to 5, like 5 times the normal speed. The boss fights actually, the boss modes really get me in the next 10. We'll just play this game with no effort and no motivation. So only motivation is to get it, so it's large motivation somehow, but with a big like point of hurdle. Do I really want to play the game today? Do I want to really still trying to beat this thing now? It will just be a mess. It's like I need like a few shots in the head that I can actually play this game. Kinda. It's really like this. Like somebody just walks by here and just gives me like with a gun, like a bullet into my hand, and I'm kind of fine with this. Not that it's a bad game, not that it doesn't fun. Oh god, it's making fun of me.
Ah.
Yeah, I think so. I can optimize my jumps more. Oh, there's a bench. I didn't see your bench. Thanks for being here. At least I can put this off and something else on for that. It's pretty much a thing. Could go for fragile heart though. Will give me an extra boost of damage. Yeah, damage, so say. That doesn't matter at this boss, I guess. I don't know where this really matters, I think. Like, how much consecutively can you be hit in this game anyways? That's a question. That is kind of a thing, but whoa, the costs. Right? Alright. Go for more spell thing again. I'm almost confident that I will not hit him enough with quick stash, that's for sure. Let's go for this. A few more hearts is always nice. Yeah, now I have to see when to focus. Ah! Why am I doing this? Sometimes I think I smoke too much. Did I interestingly I don't smoke these? Something is smoking. So I just realized the last day something. So basically dust now. Ah! Because if I don't move here, I will get hit, right? And I'm dead. So I have to go back. I have to transition back because I didn't sort it out. I forgot about the last phase. It's making nicer noises. The fuck. I was so much better with more life. Maybe I have to find more mass, I have to get more resilience. And I can optimize just for this one run thing there. Oh, Shuhei! That was fast. Problem is always to not breathe, right? Being kinda... I wanted to fail. Kind of have a Stockholm syndrome with failing, because everything is kind of trying to success, right? And you kind of, if you are very rebellious, you don't want to succeed, so yeah. That's what I did when I was very, very young. I think it's haunting. Everything makes sense. Holy shit. Ah. Got it. Easy. He isn't even a bad, hard to defeat boss, I think. Because everything he does is at a certain point. It's like, now I can do the radiant. I wonder if anything changed now. I guess it's not working. Or I have the fear that it isn't. Because mods are overwriting parts of the game code, and I think it conflicts with another mod so far, but I'm not sure. I just forgot what I have to expect when I defeat this guy. So it didn't work, I guess. Let me see. Yeah, the Shaman Stone is still the stone itself. Either I have to turn it on to actually glorify it, or it didn't work. It makes some sense, but I have to take a look onto the original readme file. So let me put it on a big screen because my eyes are so bad. Excitation. So that's like the Shaman Stone. Either we complete the Pantheon of the Sage or defeat the Ascended Soul Tyrant. So I guess it didn't work. I mean, we defeated the Ascended Soul Tyrant. I mean, the Sage thing we have to have Shellbound on. And I think we don't have the Pantheon of the Sage right now. What happens if I select this? It still looks the same. I mean, the sprites are explicitly shown, so it should actually should. The one thing which does actually one thing which just confused me is that even like the sprites are not changing. We still have the Pantheon of the Artists, where we can try to glorify something. Right now I just want to try something else. Well, we can go into the Pantheon of the Artists with the charm on. Let's see what's going on. I don't see that much of an uplift from the spells, to be honest. If it was even weaker before, I definitely have to upgrade my spell damage then. Or even upgrade the amount of spell damage upgrade you get when upgrading it. Right? If that makes sense, so yeah. Yeah, otherwise I think I don't seem I have to press any button or something to glorify my charm. So it is something I have to actually I think it's done due to the charm overhaul mods that the charm doesn't really glorify, and I have to either turn this off or I have to match the two somehow. So that's something nice we can look up. It's kind of a anticlimactic end of the run of this session here. Maybe I can show the file again or something, because I'm thinking there might be something else like being done by Ascended Soul Tyrant, but it doesn't seem to be the case. Sky Heart of Gods, change difficulty. Interesting. Come. Could be that I have to use something. Seeker of Gods. Get some free level ups. Just get a small power boost of my enemies, who cares? I wonder if I should go down with dexterity and luck and go up for wisdom and resilience. Or no, wait, with intelligence and resilience. To be honest, seems to be a valid thing. Yeah. But we did it. We defeated the Ascended Soul Tyrant.
It's funny how they all just die in Sims. I think it would have been much more difficult for them to model anything. But you know, even Smash assets, Smash Bros. Characters and else is good. It's all fine.
Like how high you can go there. It's like higher than I can just like here I would never be from outside, I guess. Just watch down. It's weird that we can't just switch over to like that there's would be at least an action button to look outside of the window. But yeah. Yeah, as I said, unfortunately things will always change. I mean, it's like it has different opportunities because as a data scientist in some random company, I mean, it doesn't matter if it turns 180-degree or its business needs, it will always need some data science. I mean, not always, but most likely. And especially if they already had some data science before. Question is always this: how does it change what I would do? How much does my my projects change? So what will be my future projects? And is it still really the thing I really want to do forever? Or is it still something I can break out maybe already now, or just any time? The answer is a little bit complicated. I think I found a company where the position I would be in would be kind of a premise of what I have done before as a data scientist and what I go into more as a specialization. Actually, today was a day exactly like this. Rainy. Now some sun is shining in. It's not raining anymore, but still there's clouds and everything. The sun is setting, and it does it. Or now it got dark. As I said, it got a little darker. It did its last like efforts to shine in and make us a bright feeling. And I think it did a good job right now. I realized it. It's good. It's like this, like here, the sun shines in, am I glowing? The fuck? I thought the sun is shining in, but, I guess my lantern is very bright. Anyways, just imagine there's a sun. I mean, you see these rays of light coming in? It's like sun rays going in, I guess. But yeah. It's kind of a nice mood in the spring and everything. Also, I had like I have like my on my working computer, the PyCharm IDE has like a color theme called the Hive. It's like bees, like I mean, called I think it's called the Hive or something, or bumblebee or something. You have like this yellowish and this gray, green, yellowish background is yellowish, like colors everywhere, and it's kind of pretty nice. It reminded me of the Hive here in Hollow Knight, that's why I kept it on. But yeah, who knows what's going on. Who always knows the future? I think that's it for this part of Hollow Knight. I will figure out why exactly this glorification thing does not work. But I guess it is because we kind of override the excitation mod with the charm overhaul mod somehow. That's also why it's now loading that much. It loads like the glorification hook and does all the things, and then gets kind of overwritten by the hook from the same hook. But differently from the charm overhaul mod. I think so. This is a problem, but I'm not sure. Maybe it did the glorification now, and I just have to go back in and see. But I guess it's because of that. I could also ask in the community. There's a modding community, and you can ask if the glorification thing gets disrupted pretty easily. This could be anything. Could also be the bonfire mod. So anything which changes the game mechanics can actually make it kind of disrupted. Because also the bonfire mods calculates our spell speed, so spell damage. So yeah, don't forget to stay tight and have fun. I'm playing like Magic the Gathering Commander, like EDH, Dragon Highlander. It's like the most common, but it wasn't the most common, but it's now the most common, most popular format in Magic the Gathering. They have different formats. For everyone who doesn't know, Magic the Gathering is a card game, a trading card game, like Pokemon, but the father of it, literally, because it's from the same company than the Pokemon card game, the official one. Not Nintendo. Nintendo sold or just made like Wizard of the Coast do the card game because they can do pretty good card games, as they proved with Magic the Gathering, like trading card games. And so Nintendo said, yeah, we want some of your revenue from this card game because we own the right of this content, but not that much. You can just create this and you can buy the content from us and then give us a little bit of the revenue. And so Wizard of the Coast made a nice card game, Pokemon card game, but literally the father of it is kind of Magic the Gathering. And I played it in Spell Table, which is kind of like the Corona version of meeting up and playing trading card games. You have a webcam which points to the table with your playmat and your cards and everything, and they can see your hands, not the cards in your hand, but literally your hands, how you play the game, because you have to use them to move the cards on the table. And most of the time we are connected via Discord, via German servers here in Germany. We play with German people. But in Spell Table there's a lobby, and in a lobby they have different servers sometimes. You can open a game with X amount of players to be allowed to play in, and say which format you're playing and how much the power level is and everything, and which language you're talking and so on. and I was really like I really peeked into it sometimes and thought, oh, there are people playing like in English internationally. They playing like casual commander. Maybe I just join. And finally, I just joined like the day before yesterday. One of these games was pretty nice. It was very, very warm and friendly. Except for the game is most of the time is you playing like creepy stuff, and the decks are most of the time kind of ridiculously. If the strategy goes on, and it's just like wow, you asshole. But yeah. But that's the thing. Like for different power levels, you have different kind of things people play, and unfortunately, many strategies go like stacks pieces. That means just hindering the other players from playing. Like the top tier decks, like there are colors in the game, like 4 colors, no, 5 colors: blue, red, green, white, and black. And like with black, I think you do reanimator stuff, necromancy, modifying things, murdering things, um, really just making people discard, looking at their hand and discard a specific card, all this shit. And with blue, people have like things like counter spells very often. So if anyone plays something that casts a spell, counter spell can counter it. And there's very much variations of the actual counter spell, which also counter like things, which are always card type of an interrupt or instant. So they can be played anytime, and the spell speed's 3, and no one can just. They can only counter the counter spell to negate it. And this deck type with a bunch of counter spells, very large amount, some which are even for free, is just kind of like called a control deck, and it's kind of asshole-ish, right? It's someone just wants to build up their board and just play some stuff, and it's just in building up phase, and or just is so much amazed that they have a nice combo out in their hand and they want to bring it out, and every kind of piece gets just countered off, and like the fifth try to just bring out some nice like strategy or nice like combination of cards which do some nice stuff or bring out some nice mechanics, which always got countered. I think, what the fuck? I don't want to play Magic again. And this is like one of the very top tier decks, and like formats like Legacy, which is a format where you can play nearly all the cards, except for a few banned cards or limited ones. But yeah, that's one of the most ridiculous formats, and it got like very often crazy top tier decks, top tier first place things. So I don't like competitive play very often, because in Commander I see the same trend that more stack pieces, more counterplay, more control just gets on top. Always have to put like if most of my decks all play blue and I have to put a bunch of counter spells in it. I have most of my decks to have blue because of counter spells, but it gets ridiculous if they are kind of required to really do something. So yeah. And just recently, very recently, someone broke into my house, and I don't know, I don't feel that so much scary. Especially those people most of the time don't want to get caught, so they won't do anything wrong with you in the most of the times. Like really in like 99%. And a matter of fact, how unlikely it is that people just go into a random house just around the street. I mean, come on. But yeah, the scary part is kind of just a psychological factor that I just woke up only at this point where he already or they already very carefully opened the door of my room. And that's kind of and I kind of get shocked, but shocked if somebody just walks in my room. So not if somebody I don't know walks into my room. Just whoa, who's coming in here and why now? Just sleeping, and then he just immediately closed the door, kind of. I think, yeah, and well, I think it was he. They caught a guy, so I think it was just the same guy. And he doesn't have any companion, and I just had to realize what's going on. So when I just was sitting, I already heard the front door bang, and I knew, okay, there was somebody just running away. So he did something he's not supposed to do here, and he doesn't fits into the scene. I didn't know it was him. I mean, from the statue of the person peeking in, and was kind of like him. But there are women who also have a statue, But then I just went downwards and I looked everywhere, and I saw that all my backpacks have been just opened and everything got just somebody just searched through it, so to say, and put everything on the ground, and my wallet was missing. And at the same time I realized this, I already had the police on phone somehow. Said, yeah, there was somebody breaking in here and someone can come here, and I told what is the address and everything. And then as I talked to the person, there was already he said, yeah, they already came here, so they're already on their way and everything. And so they should arrive just a few seconds, so we can just hang on. Yeah, just hang on. If they're coming, everything's nice. And just a minute or a few minutes, not even 5 minutes. It felt pretty long, but then they finally found I don't have light on my front door, so it's kind of unfriendly. Now I have lights. We just changed the bolt, but it doesn't matter. Found the front door ring, the front door bell, and rang the bell, and just opened. Yeah. And as I talked with them, they just asked a lot of questions, and if anything would actually be to my disadvantage, I'm allowed to not allowed to not talk about it and everything. And yeah, then they said, oh, we just got him, and both of the police officers were there. I said, why? How can you get them? You're here. And it turned out they sent about 6 people just to catch this guy, and they even already knew where he would be going, because it was the same guy who just broke in 1 weekend before, and the neighbors just to the left of me. It was the fuck? Why is this guy so stupid and goes into one house just next to the one he was before? what the fuck? And they caught him and everything, and they found recipes of the break-in 1 weekend before, and found also the car keys of my neighbors. Like, yeah, she said, yeah, do you have any transponder missing? What transponder? Yeah, like a car key maybe. No, we don't have a car here right now. There wasn't a car here right now. We don't have keys for it. And then yeah, often I don't know, Volkswagen or something. No, we don't have Volkswagen right now. And then yeah, my coworker will bring it here. So my buddy will bring it here, and we can try this out and see if one of the cars will just react to it. It was the car of my neighbors. I really was like, oh, by the way, there was one neighbor across the street who also saw this guy just fleeing from the spot with his bike. So I knew he went away with his bike and everything, and I was really like, I did wonder why this guy just actually doesn't use the car. Turned out my neighbors just turned a wheel lock where you can lock your wheel, and so you cannot use the car anymore inside, because they knew their car keys were missing, right? And yeah, it's kind of weird. My neighbors are kind of very scared. I also have some PTSD from it. Like I'm locking my bathroom from outside. So if anyone just breaks into the bathroom window, they cannot go inside without breaking the bathroom door also. I also lock all the doors now, because like you just went in open doors. I mean, I think it was closed and you cannot really, there's no handle from outside, but like it's a plastic door. I mean, how safe is that? You can just open it quickly, especially if it's not locked. And another plastic door he opened, which really wasn't locked, and has handles from both sides, into the window garden. So the window garden door was like, doesn't have an handle from outside. Yeah, all these things. And yeah, it was kind of a mess in some places, and some of the jewelry, some very, very old jewelry of my mother was missing. Also a pretty valuable ring, and they said like when they had him under observation, they couldn't just remove the ring from him. He was kind of, yeah, and when they just left, or he went just to the toilet once, and or I think they left the room a second, and then the ring was just missing. He just swallowed it, and yeah, we don't want to have this ring back, I guess. And everything of the jewelry they found was just like, these ear things. It's just single ones. So my mother was like, "Screw, it's so old. I never wear it again. So if I have it or not, who cares?" So I was glad that was not missing. Also got my wallet back. Also nothing on my bank account was going on. I think he used it just to get a tram ticket, but that's fine. I mean, it's bad for the €7, but I'm more worried about the 100 and something euros, like, which were still in the wallets was missing. Because they have to, you can say anything, which is, like, you can say, there was €1 billion in my wallet or something. So yeah, so they have to actually try to find out how to divide the money in terms of who gets what, because everyone has some amount of money missing in their wallet. I hope that whatever gets left from what they divide from what they got from the sky, will be just aiding the police station or something, so they use it to do something useful with it. But it would be cool if I get at least 50 euros or the whole full 100. It was even more than 100. It doesn't matter. Like I would get it back, because there's so much quote unquote robbery stuff I just went through. Like there were even people like plumbers, which would be plumbers, all the things, right? When you have a house, you are kind of a large target for just frauds and everything. You just ring on your door and want to do something for free, and at the end they just make a ridiculous offer to you. You have to pay a lot of stuff. Then they just insist you to to give them the money, like actual money, like in cash, not like you transact something or something. You just have to give them the money from your wallet, like give us money. Like it's like a real robbery, but just in the fashion. Yeah, there were some gardeners who, when I find them, I will just make them a nightmare. I don't know, like it's always when I mean when you already confront those, or those people already confront themselves to you, confront you with their kind of greedy needs. I mean, I'm doing taekwondo. I could just say, yeah, leave my place and fuck it. Thanks for cleaning. They just cleaned a bit of my floor there. Our floor just beneath the check, and that was it. And they made a large mess, and they wasted a lot of water from it. My water. So what the fuck? It was a big bill from the city, from the town, just because we used a lot of money, a lot of water. I mean, it's kind of scary if someone just peeks into your door, someone you don't know. But I know I would have more pain from it if they wouldn't get him and I wouldn't get my wallet back. I think he was very close to just throwing it away. So I'm really much glad that they caught him early enough that I don't have to search through all the dirty corners of his way back home for my wallet. What the fuck? So I'm really lucky. That's a good part of it. The bad part is when it gets dark, I want to have the lights on that people think that I'm there, but at the same time I want to have them off because I cannot look outside and feel just watched all the time. It's like the PTSD stuff somebody wrote in. It's pretty normal, but I don't like it. Many people even argue that in the third world, the first world, you waste your body much more quickly, or much more badly, much more easily, just because of the high amount of unhealthy food and the high amount of sugar in the food everywhere. Taste accelerators. I mean, from all I got, from my father, who is like food engineer, is that everything you eat is just like a bunch of ingredients. From my belief, that's not always true. It depends on in which kind of constellation and which kind of consistencies, how to combine these ingredients, how they are combined, how they chemically react with each other. Yeah, the consistency. And still, I mean, for the majority of everything, he's right. It's just ingredients, and the ingredients are already chemical components, already like sugar or something like this, right? And from most you can eat, there's nothing which can actually really, from if it's food, if it's official, like especially in first world countries, from some companies there, it's not that much which can actually really do some damage to your body. Or unhealthy is another thing, right? Unhealthy could also be that you just don't feel the void, or you don't have a good energy household from it. Suboptimal diets, but that's nothing severe, right? It's nothing. I mean, it's also painful, especially if you have a suboptimal diet your entire life. You will ruin a lot. Maybe even from a point of view that it ruins like something on your body in certain ways. Not getting the right minerals into your muscles and doing a lot of sports, they wear off much faster, and then you pretty much have to live with the consequences. It's one actually pretty good casual also maybe, but very good causal thing which can going on. Problem about real personal data is always it's not easy to optimize machine learning models on this, because you're always limited in your data set. So there's different ways how to solve this problem. One is just data augmentation, where we have 20 times the same image, but we slightly change this image by computer vision techniques. You can even, or by easy techniques, you can even make a white guy look like a black guy. You can make his hair differently colored or something. You can make him several different backgrounds. If you even want the background, I mean, if you filter the background out anyways, it doesn't make any sense to change the background beforehand. But you can do a lot of stuff. Change some proportions of his head or something. I think if several slightly variations of the same guy, just 20 of them, and so I have 20 times the data, right? And there are Bayesian optimization techniques, or Bayesian inference, or Bayesian models, so, which not vary the data that much, but also vary itself. So the model varies its parameters and its belief, and it becomes more sharp, but it has kind of like parameters for its parameters. It means basically I look at the mean of a model, and it can be the mean of any distribution. So I can draw a distribution, and I have like a variance of the actual estimation of the model. So, for instance, a neural network, I can basically in neural network. Normally, if I switch off the train mode, even a dropout network will give me always the same results. But a dropout is a special case which gives many people the advantage of using random effects and random parameters on, or parameterized random distributions on things as complex and large as neural networks. But there's slightly different methods also. We can say let's go and calculate the weights, for instance, of a neural network, since weights is kind of like the weights, right? The parameters, the coefficients, how to actually think of its connection. So imagine that a very easy perceptron, like we have 10 outputs and 350 inputs. We have like this 250 neurons all point to every of these 10 outputs. So what kind of neuron on what kind of extent is interesting for any of these 10 outputs, for instance for the 7th of them, is determined by the parameters or coefficients which give the network actually a selectivity over the inputs for different outputs. And having a hidden unit would even add like one unit where actually this is done once on, for instance, 520 neurons. So we map like the 250 inputs to each of the 520 neurons, and then from all those 520 back to these other 10 output neurons. And like this we can actually build complex methods, because maybe some input is not very interesting for some hidden unit. So the hidden unit might not fire. Let's say we think about the units being binary, and they either bring out a 1 or a 0, and they only bring out a 1 if a certain threshold is met. So if we have all these input units and we also normalize them to the maximum value as at 1, we can actually even compare the effect of the different input units to the different hidden units by looking at the coefficients and how much they actually contribute and how large the values have to be to make this hidden unit fire. And some are not that important, so they doesn't get kind of the solution creates kind of a more non-linear function for each output unit when looking at these consecutive operations. That's what a deep neural network is doing. And so going back to the original point, to the original like problem, like these networks, the larger than the parameter space, and that's one thing which has to be considered. The larger the parameter space, the more unlikely it is that we will converge, that we can really fit them or make them generalize at a more global optimum with less data. Because the neural network is kind of like this, it's kind of working always like a maximum accurate model, right? Actually, we we put in a lot of data and we see how likely it is for specific parameters that they actually, so we drive like the parameters. So that's what backpropagation does. It drives the parameters towards a minimum of certain error metric or maximum of certain objective metric. So if we want like a neural network which can make a specific like thing which can like create a specific like construction which only purpose is to jump as high as possible. So there's these kind of games where you can actually build a neural network which automatically builds your little like thing with limbs and then has to fulfill a specific task. And if the thing is that we measure how high it jumps, then we have directly our objective metric. We try the network out, given a bunch of like different like terrains, let's say, so different different hazards where it's in, and from all these courses, its landscapes, it will be put in all these different conditions. It's trying to jump. It's kind of doing this, like the network, not but the thing it created. So it's like we run like the input data, and it's creating us the optimal device out of some limbs, pneumatic limbs just moving to jump as high as possible. Right. Sometimes there's some wind and then it does some more force and this and that. Maybe we can even think about just we have always the same construction. It's just can do some force to the left, right and everything. So it has like a star form of limbs, and it's just a stick pointing upwards, and the limbs can have different force. It's much easier to imagine how the solution would look like. So when we have like a not very even ground, but we measure just the height as height from the distance from the middle of the earth. If you would jump off from this uneven ground, we would just jump in a parabola and not in a straight line up and down, right? So it's not very optimal. So the neural network then has to do, for this kind of scenario, apply a little bit more force on the lower end of the ground, so it's more likely that the thing jumps upwards than sideways. And so to handle this, and we have this error metric, which would be the error would be the inverse of its height. So it will kind of minimize the error, right? And minimize the inverse of the height. So kind of try to get a very large number, or we can just do the real like inverse. Let's try to get a very large number of the height. So try to do this. So if it would jump no height, it would be infinite. So 1 over the height would be our error, so say, and then we will kind of look towards the different outputs and the error what they are kind of creating. and we backpropagate this error through the outputs, through the hidden units, to all the units, given all the parameters. So the everything a normal backpropagation algorithm is doing like kind of an inverse processing of the forward process by kind of numerically inverse, like numerically doing a derivative of all the steps it's doing, and then calculating the likelihood given all the parameters that we will for a specific input, for instance, that we will actually succeed. And summing up all the inputs, so summing up all the conditions, even if this thing is hanging from the ceiling. It's summing up everything we give it. So we can give it like, oh, yeah, now our device is inside of a box with a ceiling and it cannot jump at all. We just sometimes at a certain point it will learn that this kind of data point, or it should learn that this kind of data point is irrelevant because there is no solution. And what most neural networks cannot really good do is exactly this, saying there is no solution. So they will always try do something even if it's hopeless, because they drive just they drive like towards any kind of optimum, even if there is no, because they are always confident there will be any optimum. But normally, yeah, the reason for this is that it kind of means up all the parameters at the end, like all the data points at the end. So it's mostly lifts from likelihood over not only one data point at a time, and it just overfits to that only one data point, but tries to generalize, right? And so the more data points it can include in one update, the better it will be at certain extents. So it's not 100% true, because people found out that like mini batches, so smaller bunches of data points, are even sometimes more effective. But that's totally another story, because deep neural networks often tend to have a very large number of parameters, and so they can actually after a while adapt to certain arrangements. And so it goes against the main rule of machine learning to generalize your answer in a way that you can actually more fit more data with less parameters at the end. But it will have to generalize anyways, because the number of data points is still higher than the number of parameters at the end. But due to more complexity and more large various combinations of parameters being active or not, or being like relevant or not at this point, would lead to a better like adaptation rate, which can just make in like, because of these layers, make in an abstract way a specialization each time for different types of arrangements. Which then is also being not that each batch is just a specific example augmented all the time, because most of the time we try to we go and shuffle the data in a way that it's either being stratified in the data itself, or it has at least it's also very good stratified in the results. So for neural network, another thing is sometimes the neural network already needs a result. So there's a lot of ways where neural networks are used supervised, and there's even people out there who still believe neural networks can only be used supervised. But our example is definitely not really supervised. It's supervised in a way that we measure the outcome at the end. That's true. But we don't have like how it's supposed to. We don't give the network a specific height it has to jump. The machinery has to jump. So we don't calculate. Yeah, now it should have jumped like 20 meters, so everything else is wrong. And we give it as high as possible. So that's definitely a more reinforcement approach of a neural network, because the higher the better, right? And we don't care of, well, yeah, I mean, it didn't jump exactly 20 meters, so it's wrong. I mean, if it jumps 40, it's even better. We don't need to limit it to a specific answer. But that's how supervised learning does. And it does it most of the time, even with more boring outcomes of the neural networks, with classes. Classification is a nice thing, and specification and glorification. It's all good. You know what you want and where you want, but I think the idea of having everything specified, having everything clear, having everything in clusters, and in having all everything needs to have a label on it. I think this idea comes from very frustrating boring people, I think. I mean, this is just a business idea that we have to cluster everything, that we have to then have everything with a label on it. They want to be sure that what's going on is the right thing going on, and to assure this, they actually don't care about like any problems, any large constraints coming up from this, just from just saying, yeah, you know what, I really need a label for this so I can actually optimize on this label. And that's where classification comes in. It's like, if you want to simplify some data set to just being classes, that's all.